Hi, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Megan.
And this is the second episode of the Songwriter Diaries. We have the giggles. And our first guest is currently silently apologizing into the mic. Her name is Aria Sablan. Hi, Aria.
Hi, Caroline.
How's it going?
It's going well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
All right. I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Me too.
Aria and I went on tour together this past spring with the Springboard tour thing that Owen Courts started, and it was so much fun. And that's like when our friendship really blossomed into the weird concoction that it is today.
Mm-hmm.
To start off our questions, what is your major? Tell the people.
I have always been a recording arts major, non-audition, so I did not audition for this. I was like, let's just go straight into it. And as many of y'all know, I was in the singer-songwriter program for 2 semesters. So, yeah. And I dropped out of that for some reasons. You know, it's a very great program. I just figured, like, let's go strictly recording arts. But now I'm just thinking, like, maybe I'm not recording arts. Maybe I don't know. College is weird. I just know that I love music.
College
I
is
just
weird.
Don't know about academia. That's just me. That's the truth right there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's really valid.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, how do you define your music and yourself as an artist?
My music and myself as an artist, I'm still learning. I've never like booked a show. I've never had like my own band, like my own project. I've never like really collaborated too much. I'm still just kind of like learning the ropes. I'm still quite shy about a lot of things, but I take the time to like hone my craft. I am in love with guitar. That's another component of my voice, so I take that into power a lot. Things like as far as defining who I am, I'm still learning about that myself. I'm still very much like not grounded in a certain genre, I think, not to sound all like avant-garde. Like, I don't think, you should put me in a box, but like,
Don't put me in a box, bitch.
yeah. I've like dabbled into like singer-songwriter stuff. I've dabbled into like ambient things. There was a time in my life where I was like, I just want to work on like one of my biggest influences is like Saint Vincent. I love her guitar work. I love her lyrics.
She is amazing.
She is
So good.
an icon. I'm just so happy that like I've had the opportunities to see her and even speak to her as well. I mean, like, she has been there for me.
We're pausing. You've spoken to Saint Vincent.
Yes, I have. When she was down at the Fillmore, I got a VIP experience, and I was like, yes, I want to meet my hero, of course.
My mouth is gaping.
It very much is.
She's catching flies.
And it was amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I will say kind of guilty on like taking most of the Q&A time, but I had to. I mean, like, I've loved that woman since I was 12 years old, so she's been there.
Yep.
She's like the soundtrack for my life, really. So
That's my favorite saying of all time, soundtrack. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I'm walking down the street and I have like headphones in and I'm listening to music, it's like, yeah, this is my soundtrack.
yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And it's like you're in a coming of
Yes.
age film and everything's just
Yeah.
like blossoming and like things are very depressing and you like hate everyone, but then like, you'll get a good ending. That's what I always try to put myself in. Everything's going to be okay.
Everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
So I know that you're in a band
I am.
currently, and Tyler Lee and the Ragers.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
Love it.
So do you consider yourself more of a performer, a songwriter, musician, or kind of just like a concoction of all of the above?
For me, I want to fill the role of a performer more. I want to be like a bigger, better version of me. I want to feel more grounded, like I said. it goes on and off between like songwriting, you know, and like just being a musician. I write for myself, you know. I write whenever I have to. I never really draft things down unless it's like a very unique phrase that I have. I never really just like write a whole song just cuz I need to have that drive, you know. Otherwise it's just not going to feel authentic for me. Being a musician though, how would I define that really for myself? I guess just, and I would hope to do this more. I love being entirely in the Ragers. I want to be somebody else's like musician in like a band, or like I still really want to join Sister Neapolitan. I mean, I would love to, you know, take a crack at that.
We would love to have you.
Yeah. I just right now I definitely want to be a performer, like an active performer, you know. I want to be other people's musician, you know, just help them on whatever the heck, you know. And then songwriting is, I gotta really let it just blossom, you know. I gotta appreciate my own talents and not beat myself up, and show people what I can do, what I'm capable of. So that's how I really would describe all that. Long answer. Yeah. I get really in depth
long
with all
answers.
that. Yeah.
No, that's great. And I think that's so interesting because obviously we're both in the songwriting program. And most of the people that we talk to are very interested in the songwriting aspects and the performing aspects and less of the musician aspects of things. So I think that's really awesome that you've taken on that role and you're killing it.
Thanks.
Killing it.
I just try to be like a jack of all trades, you know. Like I would love to do that. I'd like to take a crack at everything. It's
you're
music
not trying, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're succeeding.
That's how you make it in this business.
That
honestly.
is so true.
And you're doing a great job.
Thanks.
You're doing awesome. We love Aria.
We really do.
I love both of you guys.
So this next question was one that I wanted to ask because one of the reasons I look up to you so much is just because you are so unapologetically yourself and so open about everything that you're going through and everything that you have been through. And I think that's so awesome. And I know you're a part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I wanted to know if that impacted your music and your songwriting at all, or if that's something you write about or anything along those lines.
As far as like me being a queer person, that's something that I don't, like a topic that I don't really touch too much. As far as it, you know, I guess, what am I trying to say? It's impacted my music, of course, but it's also just impacted that I can really be myself, you know, like just being in the field of music, you know, we all come from different backgrounds and styles and influences, all of that. Being a queer person, however, like I can see so many stories being like brought to life in song, and like just having these little collectives and getting together, and you know, even seeing like, you know, St. Vincent again, people like LP or Courtney Barnett or anybody from that, like those are people to look up to because they're making it, you know. We're all making it. I love it, you know.
That's awesome.
Yes, all right. And Queer Lives is coming up this week.
Oh, that's not this week, but in the next Wednesday, I believe.
When's the date for that?
November 14th.
So exciting.
I am very excited.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So excited. Is Tyler Lee, are you guys playing that show?
So I'm not performing. I had no idea what to do for that. I thought about it myself, like what can I bring to the table. But yeah, I've decided to just take a seat back and just watch everything.
Be behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yes. Shameless plug, Sister Neapolitan will be playing Queer Lives.
So happy for that.
So stoked.
Megan, this is not your interview.
I feel attacked. So the next question we have for you is, what is your go-to writing process? And And if you don't have one, do you have like prompts or exercises that you use?
Well, you know me, I'm very like kind of an open book, I guess you would say. I don't write from another person's like perspective or anything. I write all of my own experiences. It's like, my way of therapy, I guess. I've written about like breakups, about like domestic abuse, about being a queer person of color, just growing up, all of that stuff. I usually go for like your basic like if I'm feeling the form of song, your usual form, I just go for like a regular verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, the one that we all know because it's very familiar,
Yeah.
But recently, in the past like few months, really, I've just, I dove into like very just write all of this out and kind of like take a mental note of like where the A section would be, where the B section would also be, kind of like mix it around, maybe just like make it fun. I like randomizing stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but I also kind of like a sense of familiarity. So those, I'm kind of like neck and neck with those.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
Very
that's been
chaotic.
a popular theme recently.
Yeah.
Is like whether one should deviate from songwriting norms because that's what everyone loves and that's what like pop songs are familiar with, but also like engaging your artistry.
Yeah, and like I always take a look whenever I'm listening to like a brand new song or one that I haven't like really focused on. I pull up the lyrics online, A to Z lyrics. I love that familiar shade of purple.
Yes.
And I look at it and it's like, okay, what's their form? What can I get out of this? And mostly it's just like, this is not your verse chorus kind of thing. It's just kind of just spewing it out, telling the story in a different way, which I think is pretty rad.
Okay, so we got into this a little bit earlier. Megan is popping her knuckles. If you can hear that, my God, Megan. We're clearly professional on this show. So we got into this earlier, but who would you say your biggest influence is? And I know you have a lot because we were talking about how this would be a hard question for you to answer.
Yeah, well, clearly my number one is St. Vincent. Will always be. As a child, though, growing up, I'd say like for the first 15 years of my life, I used to be Gwen Stefani.
Oh my gosh.
I am not joking. Like, I love icon. No Doubt. I love her solo work. Some of it. Like the first 2 albums, and like that's it. But no, yeah, that was like my favorite band growing up, no doubt. Just like their energy, their history.
Yeah.
I love it. A good California band, I must say. Oh my. I enjoy Kimbra a lot. I love her energy. I also discovered her in middle school. I also spoke to her. Yeah, that was another nerdy moment. If I see that opportunity, I'm definitely going to take it. I love, I'm in love with Beach House. I love them so much. I hope to meet them someday and just like.
Well, you probably will with your track record.
I really have to. They're just very hard to catch. Outside the venue and whatnot. Huge fan of Beach House. I'm also in love with. They broke up quite a while ago. They were called Dum Dum Girls, and basically. It started as a lo-fi kind of solo rock project, I guess, by a woman named Kristen Gundred, who is now known as Kristen Control, since that's her like solo artist name. But Dum Dum Girls was just really about like a girl group, kind of like early 60s like rock vibe.
Ooh,
classic like Dan Electro guitars and like
all
this good stuff. Yes, Silvertone, all those like classic things, that imagery, that feel, that sensation, and like I love that. I know I'm gonna forget. Fiona Apple. That woman's lyrics. God. Holy heck.
She's incredible.
I love her.
We love Fiona Apple.
I am just so
Hot
in
butter or hot knife? Hot knife.
I'm a hot
love. I'm a hot knife. I'm a hot knife. He's on the butter. If I get a chance, I'm gonna show him that he's never gonna need another,
What?
never need another.
A song.
You can. No, 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 no.
She does a virgin.
Oh my god.
She does a version of Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
That is
It's on Spotify. It should be
real
still.
good.
Oh my
honestly.
god. Yeah.
Shout out to Fiona Apple.
Lyric wise, I want to be her.
Mhm.
Like, dead set.
Don't we all?
I was so obsessed with her when I was like 15 and angsty, and I'm still 15 and angsty, really.
Oh my god.
Never grew up.
Retweet.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna like end it there because I don't know. I might have forgotten one, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
They're in your heart.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned Dan Electro and like
Mhm.
Silvertones
Yeah.
and like nerdy things, because whenever Aria and I are together, we always nerd out over pedals, and she
Oh yes.
informs me of the latest things.
Oh
that
yeah.
I need in my life.
I love pedals. Yeah.
And
they're
Aria,
so fun.
you're just an incredible guitarist.
Thanks.
And I'm excited for you to share a song in a second.
Absolutely.
One or two more questions for you. What are some future goals of yours as a musician or as a songwriter, whatever, as a human?
Oh, as somebody on this earth, on this floating space rock,
Yes.
I just want to make it clear that I made a really weird sound with my noise. I apologize.
You made it
For
really
anyone-
sound weird with your
I don't know how to speak English. It is my only language. However, words are hard. Words are very hard. What was the question again?
some
Goals?
of yours?
Goals. Okay.
Goals.
Oh man. I definitely want to join Sister Neapolitan because I know we'd have a badass time together.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's one for sure. Collaborate more. I don't know why I'm so like secluded from everyone else.
Collaborate with us.
I want to.
Yeah, we should have you on again, and we can all do a co-write.
Oh
on
my
air.
god, that would be so good.
Let us know if you want that.
Absolutely.
Because we do.
Yes, I definitely want
Also, listeners, let us know in the comments.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so we've come. Wait, do you have more goals besides that?
Not that I can think of any right now. Yeah. Can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Just surviving is
Just
enough of a
surviving.
goal.
Yeah, surviving. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's hard out there
It is hard out
these
there.
times.
It is hard out there.
Yeah.
So we've come to that point
Hey,
in the episode where we're going to ask if you would share your most recent song, whether you want to play and sing. It doesn't have to be your most recent. It can also be your favorite.
Okay.
You can play and sing. You can just sing. You can have beatboxing behind you, whatever you prefer.
All right. Hi, friends. Aria again. I'm going to perform a song that I've written called Montauk. It's still kind of in the works. It's just that precious song to me. I don't want to like alter it too much, and I just kind of revisit it here and there when I want to properly piece everything together. But yeah, a little story about this song. I remember I went through this breakup in April, and I was watching Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind because that's a great idea to watch that kind of film when you're going through some shite. But yeah, I've just, taken some of the imagery and just like the general feeling of like doom and gloom and, all that, and kind of tied my own experience at the time with this. But yeah. This is Montauk. A house that falls apart the minute I reach Was it ever clear? Was it ever clear? You hide in my memories, even when I sleep, and missed broken promises only I would keep, always feeling as if you were next to me. Was it ever clear? Was it ever clear? I look at our lives on these portraits, wearing frowns where a smile should have fit. Slow decay in the most painful way. And out of everyone, you're my favorite mess. And out alone, my love, I can confess. But you're not the same anymore. Everything has changed.
Yes.
Thank you.
That song was absolutely incredible.
Thanks.
So good. I also just need to like set the tone for what just happened. We were just sitting on Caroline's floor, and she was and Aria was serenading us, and it was so wonderful.
Yeah.
And it was a great way to end a Monday evening. So thank you, Aria, for being a guest.
Provide the entertainment.
Always.
Awesome. So we just want to thank you so much for being on this podcast
Of course.
and
thanks for
being our
having me.
guinea pig
Yes.
for guests. We have many more to come, but it was an honor to have you as our first inaugural one.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. Do you have any upcoming shows that you want to discuss?
Not at the moment. However, if there is a Tyler and the Rager show coming up, I will definitely let y'all know.
Yes.
Please do. I want to be mind blown by your
Oh
guitar
my god,
shredding.
yes, for sure.
Follow them on Instagram.
Yes. Let's follow them. The handle is what's the handle? Is it just Tyler? I don't know if there's like an underscore or like a weird little like
Yeah. Dashes.
We can link it in the description
Yes.
of this podcast.
That would be amazing because
In
I'm
the
kind of
description
useless.
below. Awesome. Well, the last thing we have is a couple updates from Megan and I. Back to the boring people of the show. We are doing okay on New Song November. I mean, I'm doing great. Currently, I haven't missed a day. Megan has missed one day. But you know, as long as you're trying, it doesn't matter.
Also, I like how it's day 5 and we both wrote such depressing songs today.
We wrote really sad songs. But what's new, honestly?
Oh, it was iconic.
Yeah, and we've been doing a lot of co-writes together, and that's been fun.
It's been super fun.
So please follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, and we're doing mostly live streams, but I think I might post some of them later on in the coming months, just like the videos on like my actual Instagram page.
Yeah.
In case people are intrigued by that.
Yes. We are also going to start putting our podcast on YouTube because we realized that after 3 hours of content, you have to pay to post on SoundCloud.
Boo.
And we may not want to do that because we are broke college students.
Yep.
We're still making that decision, but we are going to have YouTube as a backup / other means of listening pleasure.
Ooh.
How do we end these? What did we do last time?
I don't know. I think we just went, hi, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. Thanks for listening to the second episode of the Songwriter Diaries.
Did you think we were going to stop after the first one? Because I kind of did.
I didn't. I knew we would go through with it. All right. Have a good Monday eve. Or I guess you were going to be listening to this on Thursday.
Thursday.
Have a good Thursday. And bye.
Bye.